Hello, 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 and hello. Welcome back to my Frosthaven playthrough. It's been a while since I actually sat down to play. Since I came back from France for my holiday, I've been ill, so not been really able to play anything other than the occasional digital games with my brother, also on +3 of course. So yeah, it's been a while since I came back and sat down with this campaign, so I'm both happy and feel a little bit distant, must say. Anyway, I think last time we played, I completed scenario 24, the chaotic upper spire. I quite like the fact that it actually shows you there are 3 floors on this, on the little sticker here, something I've never really noticed. In any case, I think today we'll just keep on climbing the spire and we'll find out what this guy is all about at the top of the spire. But before that, let's go through the outpost. So passage of time first. Pretty quiet summer week here in Frosthaven, and let's see what the outpost event says this time. 26 and 26 it is. Let's have a listen.
You're walking through town when you lose your balance for a moment. Perhaps you haven't eaten enough. No, there it is again. Ahead on the street, an older gentleman stumbles to the ground. Before you can rush over to assist, the shockwave hits. An earthquake is rocking Frosthaven. Option A, assist the town guard in bracing the buildings. Option B, assist the town guard in digging out the injured.
Well, always save people first, right? So let's go with option B here. Let's dig out some injured.
B. You narrowly avoid some scaffolding that topples into the street and help dig a citizen out from a chimney that collapsed on her. You hope there won't be aftershocks.
Alright, had we chosen option A, we would lost a morale, but reduced the attack strength by 5. In any case, the attack isn't quite scary yet, because it's 15 plus X, where X is 15 times the number of checked boxes below. And we haven't checked any boxes yet, so this is just attack 15. Its target 4, but it doesn't specify which one we're targeting, so I presume we get to choose. So let's use 4 red pawns to mark out what we're attacking. There is a chance of things getting wrecked here, so I really don't want anything that actually impacts our outpost phase to get wrecked here, so probably avoid all the functional buildings. Let's go one on the workshop. I don't think that really matters too much. And then I think the other 3 we'll just chuck on these guys maybe, since resources are pretty okay for now. Alright, 15. Let's give the town guard deck a quick shuffle. We are on strength 30, so anything other than wreck or minus 20, we should be fine here. Okay, let's do left to right 4 cards. We won't use any soldiers here. And we're okay. Perfect. Just a tiny little earthquake. Our town's pretty well reinforced. Not a big issue here. So let's read the conclusion.
We've had shockwaves before, but it seems like they're getting more dangerous.
Mayor Suffer says.
I hope I'm wrong.
Really like this event because it actually repeats with greater strength. As you can see here, we get to check a box here. And once all the boxes get checked, we actually get a new event into the Summer Outpost deck. But for now, let's leave the Earthquake where it is and move on to Building Ops. I think we'll still buy these things, even though resources is becoming more and more redundant, I guess. But I think we'll still buy it. So 2 wood for 2 gold each, 2 hide for 2 gold each, and 2 metal for 2 gold each. Right, so for a 12 gold, where are we taking it from? I think obviously we save the resources on our rat boy here. I think we'll just take out the guy with the most money, right? Seems to make sense. So let's take 12 gold here. I think probably Trapper needs all the resources, so let's dump it all here for now. It is collective, so you don't have to give it to the person who has actually spent the gold. Although I think on digital that's not quite how it works. Maybe I just haven't figured out how to redistribute resources yet, but I feel like on digital you kind of just buy for yourself at the moment. Anyway, nothing else to do here. We can't train any soldiers. I'm pretty sure we're filled in the barracks. Yes, we are. So let's move on to downtime. I think we have some level ups from last time. So yeah, level 7 here. So we should be on 17 hit point now. Great. Let's pick up a perk. So we now have some choices. We have this perk to take, and then 2 more perks. So either I take the put 2 into here and pick up Winter's Breath, and then just get 1 of these, or get both of these and just have a spare perk floating around. I guess for now let's just pick up add 2 plus 1s. I think that's always good. Like generating element is not bad, so maybe let's do that now, then we can decide when we level up the next time. Level 7 is good for Snowdancer. I think both cards on level 7 are actually pretty good here. So Freezing Storm, top half, attack 4, target, or basically at range 3 is a pretty crazy card, given Snowdancer has a pretty good attack modifier deck. And hitting a lot of people is always good. Although that's not kind of what Snowdancer is known for. Bottom half is fantastic too. You've seen how powerful I think Hazardous Terrain is already. The fact that you can just move, create one, and pull somebody through into it immediately for the damage. It's pretty amazing. It still doesn't work against flying enemy, which is one of the weaknesses for Snowdancer, at least the build I'm going for. Whereas Storm War, I think, just has more versatility. Shielded enemies, flying enemies are all big problems, and this is a pretty good way of hitting a lot of them. And the bottom half, I mean, generating ward every round is amazing for some scenarios. So I think I'll take the Storm War here, even though my heart is somewhat leaning towards Freezing Storm. But let's take Storm War. We'll sort out the cards later. Let's put it in for now. Okay. Didn't think we leveled up here. Nope. And 5 EXP of leveling up. That's a shame. Would love to get another level, if not just for the hit point into the next level, because level 7 hit point is really a problem for the Trapper. Oh well. That's life, isn't it? Okay. Let's have a look at crafting. We don't have the next level of the Alchemist yet to brew more potions. Level 7 does mean I can take another small item, so that's probably a good consideration. We do have the Merchant as well. So we definitely want to use up our weekly purchase slot. So just a quick refresher, the trading post allows me to buy up to 2 collective items per week during downtime. So let's do that first, because I think buying item is always a good idea. Let's sort this. So if we're going to climb the Spire, probably going to need damage. Probably good to fill the small item slot actually for Snowdancer quickly. Don't think any potion here is going to particularly help us. White card could be interesting. I mean, Stun Powder is also really good. Scroll of Power is fantastic. Maybe I'll take Scroll of Power here. Yeah, I think this probably has the most upside. This is basically a power potion. It is entire attack action, so it's not just wait, is it attack action or is it attacks? Entire attack action. I think Scroll Power impacts every single attack. No, I'm doubting myself. What is this? 93. Wait, it's not 93. What is this? It is 93. What? I think attack action applies to the entire action, whereas attack, I'm trying to see on the attack. Yeah, so I think this actually does apply to an entire attack action. It's basically a mini power potion, so yeah, I think let's buy that for our supportive Snowdancer here. 30 gold is well worth it. I mean, this is actually collective, so I could spend gold from other people as well. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just even out a bit. Why not? Okay, what am I buying for the second item here? What else do I want? I think the goggle will be a pretty good purchase. Finally replacing the spyglass here. I think that'll be a pretty good buy. Anything better we could do? Buying stun powder for Deathwalker is also fantastic. Producing a stun to a single attack can be life changing. This shield is also fantastic. Not gonna lie. There's so many things I want to buy. Once the merchants open up, I just feel like the game just opens up so much more because there's so many things you want to buy and could buy. Iron helmet is also pretty good, but I think tower shield is probably just better overall, right? So straight upgrade for the crab here against heater shield. And if crab wants it, you can bring both shield into the fight as well, which will be brilliant. So let's remove reinforced shield as the default shield for the crab. 35 gold is easily doable. Let's take 10 of you maybe. Maybe 10 of you. And then 15 of you. Okay, so that's my 2 purchase slot. Shield, great. Crafting. What am I looking to craft here? I don't think we need any potions right now. All the slots are filled. Yeah, we didn't get level 3, which is a bit of a shame. All the slots are filled. And we'll probably save herbs for upgrading to the alchemist. I'll probably craft a slippery sword here actually for the crab. That might not be a bad idea. Biting gauntlet is an option for sure. More defensive, to be fair. I think slippery sword probably has the most upside. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that's helpful here. I don't think so. I think let's just grab slippery sword. The reason why this is good is because the crab wants a long rest most of the time anyway, in order to gain full benefit of the corrupt thing. So if you do this as the last action you do before your long rest, gaining this arm kind is meaningless. It does mean you lose a bit of flexibility against heavy sword, but +2 damage is nothing to be scoffed at. So to craft this we need item 14, which is heavy sword. We got that. 85 is power potion. We got that as well. And then 90... What's 90? Is that muscle potion? Yeah, it's muscle potion. So let's grab a muscle potion. Axe nut and flame fruit. We definitely had a spare in here. Yes, we do. Okay, so then those 3 things combined gives me the slippery sword. And I'll probably recraft power potion here. So arrow vine plus axe nut. So there goes our axe nut, but that's okay. I think we had a few more actually. Had a few more spare, so we can dump this back into the pile. I think the crab always wants to carry a big shield. Just because the crab will be tanking most of the damage anyway. So, yeah, we have a flame fruit here. Do I have any more axe nut? I thought we might have picked up a few somewhere. Oh yeah, 3 axe nuts here. Okay, holy moly. Alright, let's put it back into the pile. Good, good. I think that's it. I don't think we're going to craft anything else. Everything else looks fine. I mean, the trapper could be picking up some shields as well in the future, for sure. But let's keep on improving our main tank first. Okay, that's all the downtime down, I think. Anything else I want to do at downtime? Nope. Alright, construction. Let's upgrade the alchemist. We are at prosperity 4. Yes, so we can upgrade it. It is 4 wood, 4 metal, and 2 hides with 1 potential discount. I think we've got plenty of hides. 4 wood, 4 metal. Okay, we can take 2 wood here, maybe 2 wood here, 2 metal here. Maybe we discount the metal here. So 1 more metal from you, maybe. Okay, so there's 4 wood, 3 metal, and 2 hides. With the carpenter discount, we can build the alchemist. Okay, final upgrades. We get 1 prosperity. Great. We get to read section 183.5. Let's do that now. Let's find it on Foreteller as well. This is a pretty good one. I like this upgrade a lot.
The final stage of the Alchemist's Lab is complete. With its expansion, you can now brew more advanced potions. Inside, you encounter bubbling vats and work tables covered in retorts and alembics. Among the glassware toil multiple residents of Frosthaven, including, oddly, the Savas playwright Eros. You never pegged Eros as an alchemist. Eros flips its long scarf across its stony shoulder and gives you an equally stony look.
I'm researching poisons for a play where 2 lovers scheme to kill their enemies.
Eros sniffs at your incredulous expression.
It won't be real poison. I simply need the actors to appear sickly enough to convince the audience.
With a grandiose gesture, the Savas squeezes a dropper into a vial. The potion promptly produces a puff of noxious smoke. Eros reels backward, and you quickly herd everyone out. It's a good thing you told them to include ventilation in the building.
Nice. Good for you, Eros. We've constructed a building, so we do get to tick off another build not destroy here. Down to 9 now. And of course, the reward for constructing the final stages, other than you can brew 3 herb potions now, we can add 59 to 65 to the random item blueprint deck, which means we are more likely to pick up some fancy items when we go on our adventures. So let's do it. 59. These are all good stuff. 59 is the Charm of Expertise at the start of the scenario. Gain 1 perk mark from your character sheet. What a fantastic item. So check out 60. Cloak Money Pocket, you can bring 2 additional small items into the battle. This is fantastic, although we unlocked something like this already in our merchant shop. 61 is Spike Shell. Immediately after you attacked, the enemy suffers X, where X is your shield value. Has its uses. 62 is Everlasting Boots. You can plus move 1 and a regen. This is actually not a bad item. Oh, we're down 62 already. 63 is Shadow Stompers. Consume Dark to add plus 2 move. 64 is Detonator. This one is actually really good for Bone Shaper. When one of your summons killed, you explode it for 2 damage and wound. Finally, 65. Rust Powder. You reduce a shield for enemy within range 3. Like I said, amazing items. So yeah, we might find it. Unfortunately, you still have to find it, but at least they're now added to the potential searchable item pool. Okay, I think that's it for construction. Unfortunately, we don't get to brew any potions just yet. We'll come back to it in the next outpost. But for now, let's take a road event as we go towards the top of the spire. Alright, road event. What are you doing? 32, alright. Summer is 32. Let's see what we have here.
A streak of blazing light hums close along the horizon, putting even the noonday sun to shame. You watch as the arc of brilliant fire makes landfall just over the next ridge with a dull thud, then feel the reverberation wash across the landscape. You hurry over to see. There, smouldering in a ring of burned grass, is a hunk of metal the size of a mead barrel. The surface of it looks to be boiling over, with intricate striations, flexing and churning within it. It gives off a thick gas that smells of brimstone. You splash cool water on it, and it gives a satisfying sizzle. Option A. Drag it back in one piece to Frosthaven for study. Option B. Chop it into more manageable pieces for collection and go on your way.
This is an interesting one. I think we drag it back to Frosthaven, right? I mean, more the merrier. Why not? Yeah, let's do option A.
You drag the chunk of metal back to Frosthaven for analysis and study. Pinter Droman, the local tinkerer, notes the peculiar composition can be used as a filler for other metalworks, and with careful rationing, the chunk can function as a multiplier for future metal construction.
Okay, not a big deal either way. We add a +1 sticker to one metal loot card. Alright, let's find a metal loot card in here. So we'll just take a random one. Let's give it a +1. Does it matter where I put it? Don't think so, right? I think it should just remember it. Yeah. Okay, let's put it there. Back you go. I think did I mess up? No, it's 57 cards in here. Okay, good. What else is there? Add a +1 sticker, and then resolve another summer event. Okay, let's resolve another one then. This one's 29. It's rare that you get to read 2 actually.
You're walking down the trail a few hours from Frosthaven when you can't help but notice the insects nearby following you. You can never be too sure whether a swarm of bugs or a sentient harrower or idle insects smelling your lunch. All doubt is removed when the ground begins to tremble and the swarm coalesces in front of your eyes. Harrowers interacting with other races tend to wear clothing to give the illusion of a more solid form, and typically can't maintain a presence much larger than a human without splitting. This harrower, however, draws its naked form to a towering height larger than an Aurochs. The twitching, swirling mass forms a gaping mouth wider than your arms could stretch, and speaks with a humming, layered voice that makes your skin crawl. Option A. Point it in the direction of Frosthaven. Option B. Point it away from Frosthaven.
I mean, since we already dragged the meteor back to Frosthaven, what more can a bunch of bugs do? I try to think like Frosthaven is not exactly a hidden town in this vast expanse of ice and snow and mountain, so why bother lying to some bugs, right? I mean, if it's trouble, we can sort it out ourselves. So let's do option A. We're not afraid of some horror bugs.
With the looming monstrosity staring you down, you point the way toward Frosthaven. Without another word, the harrower dissolves into a sea of bugs that swarm past your legs down the path you indicated. It's some time before the unsettling sound of their thousands of tiny legs fades from your mind.
I feel like the narrator is suggesting that I've made the wrong choice there. We shall see, we shall see. Add summer event 44 to the Outpost deck. Okay then. More events surely is a good thing, right? We want to see more of the story develop. Let's drop you in, give you a quick shuffle, and we can get rid of you. Alright, at least nothing bad happened on the road. But it is the summer, we're not expecting anything bad to happen. Okay, let's set up scenario 34. Must say scenario 34 is a bit of a tedious scenario. It's not particularly hard scenario. Yeah, it's just a bit tedious. Top of the Spire. We can definitely do it. I will be very surprised if we don't do it. I feel like it's needlessly complex with no real payoff, is my assessment of this scenario. But anyway, let's have a look at it together. Top of the Spire, 2 complexity pip. I agree with that. The scenario is complete when the Lord of Chaos is dead. So when you think about Lord of Chaos, you look at this guy, you're like, oh my god, 396 HP, can't be wounded, can't be disarmed, can't be stunned, can't be cursed. Attack 8. Pretty scary, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't really work like that. I remember the first time I saw this guy, I was like, wow, we're dead. But anyway, before we dive into the mechanics, let's read introduction for scenario 34. And yeah, it's going to take a while to play this one. I might not have time today, but I'll at least set this up now. And the reason I say it takes a while to play, because on +3 this guy has way too much health. Just digging through 396 hit points of health is going to take me a long time.
The highest level of the Spire allows an unparalleled view of the region. Hundreds of ice spikes as tall as pine trees spread out in all directions, making the plain beneath this metal tower appear like a great spiny beast with its hackles raised. You would take time to admire the sight, had you not just witnessed the horrors at work in this demonic spire. And now the architect of those horrors, the driving force of this vile factory, stands before you. It's a demon, a creature like those you fought below, but its form is far more twisted. An elder fiend. The creature you face is a furious, intertwined mass of whipping tendrils and hard, slick shell. Its head nods steadily, an alien skull wrapped in tight, prismatic skin and bursting with errant, uncoordinated horns. It is a creature born of madness and calls to you in a high, breathy voice.
Weak, childish things! You waste your last moments peddling here!
It laughs, but the noise is closer to retching.
My power is the only true reality, mortals! The power of pain, and fear, and chaos!
The beam of light, which had until now been humming idly, suddenly flares to life and curves sideways, stretching out to the demon like a violent river. The sound is incredible. Slivers of energy break off and snap against the brick walls, blackening them with fiery scars. After a moment, the beam settles, and the noise is replaced with the demon's nauseating laughter.
The realm is mine now, and no being will escape the rebirth!
You have known fear. No adventurer survives without it. And yet, despite all of your hard years, you know that fear and madness are not the only forces that hold power here. There are others. There are stronger forces that you can feel even now. Forces that drive your hand to your weapon, that steel your nerves and light a new fire in you. They are forces that lift your feet and compel you forward, that raise your weapon high into the air and give you the will to fight. You take hold, gathering every ounce of strength and charge.
I must say, the narrative is pretty epic for what's going to be inevitably a very drawn-out slug match of a scenario. So, special rules. Lord of Chaos is immune to force movement, so setting up a whole bunch of hazardous terrains and putting him through is not going to be the way to do the damage. All corridors represent the beam of chaotic energy, so that's basically these things here. Any character or character summoned who enters a corridor hex suffers hazardous terrain damage and gains question mark and curse. In addition, any character entering one must also place a damage token on their mat. Basically, you get tagged, and you can get tagged multiple times, and you get muddled and cursed. Set a number of tokens next to the map. These will represent chaotic sparks. Enemies to you, so I think that's these things. Thankfully, Tabletop Simulators prepared something for us, but interestingly, it only prepared 4. And the other thing is you can't give these things initiative order, which is kind of annoying. Okay. They have 1 plus L hit points, or 8 hit points on level 7. On initiative 90 each round, they perform move 2, attack C minus 2, so that's 2 plus token. So they basically have a base attack of 2. So what we need to know here, I think. And then they get extra damage if we have any token on us. So they don't do a lot of damage, and they don't move a lot either. All Chaos Sparks cannot focus on character summons, so good for Bone Shaper. And no more than what is that? 8? Yeah, 8 sparks can be on the map at the same time. So I wonder why they've only prepared 4 for us. 4 Chaos Sparks for us here when you could have 8 here. Okay, that's it really. I mean, what about the boss? Well, they have the special 1 and special 2, like all bosses. Special 2, they just don't do anything. They just summon. The boss just summons Chaos Sparks basically. So it says spawn 1 Chaos Spark for 2 characters, or spawn 1 at both A and B for 4. So basically, and then each enemy, even those with immobilized, is forced to move 1 hex towards. Basically, they summon and you're forced to move towards these things, which is quite problematic, right? But there are many ways for us to bypass this mechanic entirely, and the way we're going to do it is we're going to do it with Deathwalker's portal. So we're going to portal over to here, and then we're going to put up a using Wild Growth Seed. We'll put up some kind of obstacle around here, so that we cannot move towards it. I think in particular, if you put an obstacle... Yeah, so I think if all of us stood in this corner and you put an obstacle like here, then you can't move towards it at all, and the other character just needs to be like here, essentially, and you'll be fine. So, yeah, not too worried about that mechanic, to be honest. Well, actually, you just put an obstacle here, don't you? Yeah, put an obstacle here, and then you have 3 guys standing 1, 2, 3 here, and the crab can just be there. And then that mechanic is just basically does nothing. I mean, some of these guys are annoying, but they only do 2 damage at a time, so it's not big of a deal. And then boss 1 summons sparks, and it does double attack. Oh, sorry, 4 attacks. So this one is more problematic. If anything, I think getting trapped to survive throughout the entire scenario is going to be difficult because of this multi-attack. So we'll just try to go invisible as much as we can and just stay hidden. What else there is to say? Otherwise, the Chaotic Lord is actually not that scary. If you look at his card, So yeah, twin shot. Yeah, it's okay. Nothing special. It's just gonna hitting crab here, hopefully. So most of his cards is actually just special 1, special 2. So yeah, most of the time it doesn't do a lot that I find on this scenario. But yeah, not too scary otherwise. Okay, so let's have a look at our cards then. What do we have here? Slowpoke, Exterminator, or Slayer? Exterminator means that I have to kill the Lord of Chaos plus a Chaos Spark. Slowpoke, that's kind of annoying. So what's my move here? So let's say we 1, 2, 3. We can set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe I put a guide there, then we can go like 1, 2. I think that's probably okay. So I think we go for Slowpoke here. Although, hang on, we've done all our perks, haven't we? So this actually doesn't really matter. So this is more for fun. Alright, well if it's for fun, let's try Slowpoke. Why not? Don't think it's gonna make that much difference, to be honest. Let's put it here. Put a token on it, just so I don't forget if I don't get to play today. Yeah, this actually doesn't matter. I forgot. We've done all of our thing already. Let's look at cards then. Summoning things are not a good idea. For sure. Bird-Even Tempest. I think that still could be good to help the team move through early on, maybe. Cold Therapy. Still good, I guess. Stormwall is actually fantastic here. We're definitely taking this. Probably I can get rid of Chilling Impact this scenario. I don't think that's not going to be the way I do damage here. Yeah, I think healing is good. Frigid Growth. I think we're going to be surrounded quite quickly, to be honest. Could be good. Cursing doesn't really do anything in this scenario. Maybe Snowball is still good. A bit of healing. I think healing's always good, right? Lifting Gust is my damage, I guess. Whiteout is my heal. Crosswind is great for giving it to the crab just to mitigate incoming damage. Zephyr Barrier is fantastic here. Whipping Gale is great. All of these cards great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think if we take Cold Therapy, we probably don't take Snowball. Yeah, I think this is probably okay. Let's leave it there. Alright, crab. Can't do dangerous game here, obviously. We still want to do a lot more challenges, so that's good. Overachiever is not going to happen since there are no doors here. Opener or Zealot. I think Zealot is possible given this scenario is going to go on forever and ever, so why don't we try that? We're going to try to execute Crab's big combo attack here, hopefully. I think that's going to be the way to wrap up the scenario towards the end, so let's bring all the cards allow us to do that. Right, anything I want to swap out here? Down to the depths? Nope. Soft Flesh? Don't think so. Submerge? The boss is not immune to poison, so poisoning is good. So maybe I do bring in Rancid Brine here. What am I swapping out? Is he immune to stun? No, he's not immune to stun. So Smashing Torrent is actually less useful here. So for my combo I need Drown Beneath the Waves. I think both of these are good to bring in. Cleansing Swell is great. Need Shock. Rancid Brine. Need Tidal Blast. Smashing Torrent is also piece of the puzzle, so maybe I drop Mighty Claws here. I wonder. Because then Yeah, I think putting a water down is quite good, because then I can make him suffer damage as well. Yeah, I can't imagine there's anything else I don't want here. Yeah, soft flesh is just not gonna make any difference. So, yeah, I think this is pretty good here. There's an argument for bringing Undertow as well, just because for the initiative and the shield. But I think we got enough here, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna be a marathon, not a sprint, this scenario. Oh yeah, let's double check equipment here. I don't think I need crew boots. Although these guys don't drop any items, right? Because they're no monsters. They're tokens. But yeah, okay, fine. What about here? Healing potions useful. Sturdy greaves, I think, is still useful. Having shield is useful. Not quite ready to bring befuddling mugs yet. Refreshing, these kind of things are okay. I think this is all good. I can also just teleport 4 into the enemy here if I wanted to. No, I can teleport maybe from like here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could just. I don't even need to. The crab doesn't even need to use the portal, to be honest. But might as well bring it. The chain armor is better. I think this is good. Okay. Any chance of doing a mastery here? I don't think so. To do the mastery is gonna be quite difficult. Healing trap. This is just not the scenario for it. So kill enemy before it takes turns. Never collect loot token. Never collect loot tokens seems like it's very easily achievable here. So let's just do pauper. I mean, there won't be any loot tokens. Full stop. So. And that's represented in the fact that there's no loot table here. There's no cards here. So that's an easy one. Nothing to swap for equipment here. Spring loaded, don't think makes any difference here. Probably electrify net is just a bit better. Oh, definitely want invisibility here. Dismantle could be useful, I guess. Honeypot is good. Boar catcher is good. Probably don't care about caltrops. Improvised improvement, maybe. Getting a bless could be good for the team. It's not gonna make that much difference. Or enticing bait could be good. Just bring a bit of healing. I mean, to be honest, we're not going to be moving a whole bunch after. I think very quickly it won't be moving at all. Yeah, I think this is probably just okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. It'll be a miracle if Trapper survives the whole scenario, actually. Acrobat. What have we not done yet? What do we have here? Acrobat. Perfectionist or optimist. I guess we can try acrobat. Not that it matters. But we'll keep track of things just for fun. Still not a scenario to do mastery, unfortunately. The mastery is so hard for Deathwalker, I think. Right, what are we doing here? We definitely need the portal. Hunger of the Dead is probably not super important here. Definitely need Fluid Knight. There's no question there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fluid Knight. Hungry Grasp is good. Dominate is good. Dropping Shadows. Brilliant. I think we'll probably see Eclipse first round. Anything else I particularly want? I guess I could take Strength of the Abyss. It's a pretty good attack here. It's a repeatable attack. Don't think I care too much about like hitting everything. Cursing people is interesting. These things can be cursed, which will reduce incoming damage. So I think cursing is still a valid option here. So maybe we drop Vengeful Storm, because I don't really care about killing things that's gonna get summoned over and over again anyway. Strength of Abyss is just a straight up good attack. And I can always use it for the bottom half too. Wave of Anguish is interesting, but the guy has so much HP, it's like Wave of Anguish is not the way you're gonna be doing damage here, to be honest. I don't think Heal 2 is a good action for Deathwalker anymore. So I think the goal here is just set up the portal, bring the shadow over, smack this guy repeatedly over and over and over again until he dies. Yeah, I think this is okay. Alright, I think that's the setup. Yeah, these things are all fine. Oh, challenges, of course. Let's have a look. Arcane Tactics. Whenever one more elements move from waning to inert at the end of the round, one character suffers hazardous terrain damage. That's probably okay, because I don't think this guy generates any elements, right? No, he doesn't generate elements. And these guys don't generate elements. What is this? From waning to inert, so it has to be dropping off. Well, we don't generate elements here. We do generate elements. This is a bit scary, actually. There's always a potential to convert elements here. So it stops dropping into inert, and then we can always consume dark here. So I guess we set up Cold Therapy and just to make sure we keep track of the elements. Yeah, let's try Arcane Tactics. Why not? Any other scenario, this could be terrible, so maybe we just do it now. Okay, I think that's it. Let's look at starting positions then. This is not a very high tempo scenario to open with, because the guy probably is just summoning stuff. If he does it option A, or option 1, sorry, he's a range 5, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can't hit you in the beginning anyway, because he can't move. Which is kind of funny that the Lord of Chaos does not move. So as long as you don't get forced into this thing early somehow, you are completely fine to stand wherever you want. I think we just put Deathwalker here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Deathwalker here will give him the most reach to bring stuff up. It is a spawn, so they do act on, what is it, initiative 90 if they do get spawned. So you definitely don't want to get killed immediately. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the advantage of Deathwalker standing here is Deathwalker can put a shadow into that corner immediately. I guess we can put a crab here, so if there is any spawns, can just go on the crab immediately. And I guess the trapper probably put one shadow here, and then one shadow forward, and then one shadow underneath, one like here. Then everyone can just walk straight through or something. Maybe something like this. And of course, we do have blinding flurries, so we do get to model one enemy, which is just the Lord of Chaos. And yeah, of course, we do get to spawn some traps, right? Because we got always be prepared, so we get to create a 1/2 damage trap in adjacent anti-hex. Don't think it's gonna make any difference, but we got it. Why don't we use it? He will draw us into, well, actually, we need to be careful. If we put a trap here, we might get drawn into it, right? Then each enemy is forced to move. I guess it's not a big deal, because if we get moved here, this will just be like this. But why make it more difficult for ourselves when we can just make it less difficult for ourselves? Let's just do this. Anything else? No other starting effect, I don't think. I think that's it. That's the setup. Let's hope this is a good one. So I'll cut the video there, and as usual, I'll join you again in the actual combat portion of the gameplay. See you soon. Bye-bye.